So today was supposed to be the Hunter guide, but the servers are kinda on fire. So I couldn't really test anything, so Wednesday will actually be the Hunter guide. Now onto today's video, I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about Gunner on the Gunner guide. And I've actually answered every single one of them. So today I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions that you might be wondering about Gunner, so let's begin. First, let's begin with the SP distribution. If you did not know this, there's 20 total SP in New Genesis currently on release. So Gunner's skill point distribution would be basically like this. Grab everything in the tree, and with the last 10 points, put 9 into PP recovery and 1 into overwhelm. The reason we do this is because PP recovery and overwhelm are actually the same skill, but they have different criteria. PP recovery works on everything, giving you enhanced PP recovery, but overwhelm does not work on bosses. That brings us to the next big question, Gunner as a subclass. Now if you watch my guide, I said I can't recommend it. However, times have changed. Slightly. If you're playing a class which struggles with PP recovery, or you want some more comfortable PP recovery, Gunner is a good choice for your subclass. Combos such as Force Gunner or Ranger Gunner can benefit heavily from Gunner's PP recovery. Now, if you want to use Gunner as a subclass in order to use twin machine guns, I do not recommend that at all, which brings us to the next question. How does Chain Trigger even work? Chain Trigger is activated by holding a charged photon art and hitting a target. This starts a counter which builds up by attacking more. You end Chain Trigger by holding a charged photon art, which also gives you some nice juicy damage. Now for clarification, Chain Trigger is main class only, but it gets a little bit more complicated in the full release. After testing, Chain Boost, the buff given by Chain Trigger which increases your attack speed, does not work with anything but twin machine guns. Also, on top of this, you cannot start nor end a Chain Trigger with anything but a twin machine gun. You also can't build your chain unless you're using a twin machine gun as well. So since Chain Trigger, which is necessary to twin machine gun's gameplay, is locked to Gunner as a main class, I cannot recommend you to use Gunner as a subclass if you want to use twin machine guns as well. So the next question on our list is, what should you pair for Gunner's subclass? I've received a lot of questions about how viable are certain combinations, so let me break this down real quick. Every subclass works, depending on how you personally use the subclass skills or weapons. The amount of benefits you get for subclassing certain combinations over others is actually shockingly low. So pretty much, choose the subclass that complements your playstyle the most. Personally for me, my favorite combos after testing everything is Gunner Hunter and Gunner Ranger. Gunner Hunter allows you to use Wired Lance's weapon action to give yourself aerial mobility and close the distance fast. This allows you to spam more point blanks, onslaughts, and stylish rolls at the weak point. Gunner Ranger enhances Gunner's rifle by adding more iframes on the weapon action, but you also gain access to launcher, which is slowly becoming my favorite weapon in New Genesis. So basically, to summarize, experiment with all the weapons and make a decision on how that subclass makes Gunner more fun for you. And now for the final and most controversial question, is Gunner actually good? In my personal honest opinion, yes. The class is slightly more complicated due to how many options it has in terms of attacking, however, I think the class overall is in a very good spot in the grand scheme of NGS. The only thing that I would change if I could is add a class skill that converts Onslaught from a short-range gap closer to something more along the lines of Wired Lance's weapon action. That way we can really claim our aerial superiority as the SEGA proclaimed aerial combat class. Anyways, that concludes the video. If you have any questions that weren't answered in this video or you need some clarification on Gunner, please comment down below. I will respond to the best of my abilities. Also, when the winter update drops, adding more class skills, I will revisit all of the Gunner questions along with a new comprehensive Gunner guide based on what winter brings. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for the support you've given. The channel has grown well beyond my initial goal of 100 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoy this kind of content and you want to support the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, or just share my videos around. Also, if you're looking for updates on what I'm doing, please follow me on Twitter at Everydairy. I've also started streaming NGS every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on twitch.tv/everydairy from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. PDT. If the schedule ever changes or something comes up, I'll make an update on Twitter. So stop by on those days and say hi. Or if you want me to answer a question live, I can do that for you too. Anyways, thank you all for watching and thank you for the continued support. This is Casual Gamer Corvus from Everydairy, and I'll see you Wednesday with the Hunter Guide.